Our ZenPirates. Welcome to a very special video. As you can see, we're here with Linseed, the half-orc druid, and his team in the world of Faerun. But this video is of a different nature than the first intro videos to Faerun and the crew that I gave you, because this is why we're here. We're at a very special place and time right now, and it's a place and time that I can isolate and keep just like it is, right? And that's what I'm announcing with this video, and I'm going to give you the tour. Is I found a poetry venue for our ZenPirates, the subreddit, and welcome to that venue. It is called the Last Light Inn. It's a very unique place. It is literally the perfect place for a poetry venue, as I'll show you when we do a little tour here. First of all, I got my crew here on the far left. You got Shadowheart, the cleric of Shar, who is a dark moon goddess, like a goddess of the new moon and shadow, and spooky and up to no good, basically. And then you got the monk, Lizelle, who's like the most fun class to play. The monk class is so good, it is fucking unreal. Super fun. Linseed, of course, the half-orc druid, as we've already met. And boy, I'll tell you what, he's got some tricks in his pocket that are going to reveal themselves over time during his stay in this pocket dimension where our poetry venue is going to be kept. But then we got Minthara on the right here, who is new to my group this run. Because the thing about Minthara, she's a paladin, but she was an evil paladin. And on my first run through, she tried to recruit me to kill a bunch of druids, and the only way that it seemed you could get her in the party was to help her murder a bunch of druids. And like, the druids had their problems, but like, I didn't play the game to go around murdering people. So I had to put a stop to Minthara and her evil goblins. They were working for the cult, this local cult called the Absolute. We'll hear a little more about that at some point. But this time I got clever, because I said, you know what, I bet any real paladin can be rehabilitated. And obviously she got sucked into this cult and is kind of like brainwashed or whatever. So this time around I just knocked her out, and I took care of the goblin problem. Rather than killing her, I just conked her on the head and left her there unconscious. And then it turns out when I got to the next act that the cultists and the cult leader blamed her for the failure of the goblins. And I had infiltrated them as a spy, and I stumbled onto her trial. And they sentenced her to death by a painful method of some sort. In fact, the most painful they could come up with is what they decided on. And I rescued her. I snuck into the jail, broke her out, saved her from the cult. She'd worked for years and years, tirelessly for, and they were just going to kill her, throw her away like a doll. Anyway, she kind of came to her senses, and remember, she's a paladin and asked to join up, and she now wants to, she's the paladin she swore an oath of vengeance against this cult. But anyway, this was my theory, is that a paladin even a dark paladin can be rehabilitated. And so that's why we have this Minthara character in the team, and she's actually a very cool character, and paladins are like the most powerful characters, like by far. So, in fact, my first playthrough, my character was a bard with a paladin subclass, so I know very well how good paladins are. So these are the crew that I've taken with us into this pocket dimension, because that's what I've done. I made some jokes already about how I whisked you guys into this pocket dimension where I could show you some stories and narrative bits and make some videos and, tell you stories and show you stories, which are different things. And share this awesome piece of literature that Baldur's Gate 3 is. But this is what I've done, is I've carved a pocket dimension out of that pocket dimension. So this is its own save file that's going to stay pristine like this, and these characters are never going to leave the Last Light Inn again. We can still go to our camp, because we can set up camp here, so we can access the owlbear cub, Scratch the dog, the other teammates, including any our ZenPirates member who wants to make an appearance and can come to us via Withers, can come right into the Last Light Inn. And that's why we needed a poetry venue. Is we needed some place where we could come to read our poetry and to share it and to listen to it and to see it performed even. And this is definitely the venue for that. But these characters are now, they're never leaving here. Their adventure is over, and they basically live in this bubble carved out of time. The Last Light Inn is a very special place because All the land around it is cursed by this dark shadow that kills you just to be out inside of it. But they have a very special person in here protecting the inn, and the reason they did that is because it's the headquarters of the Harpers. And if you're not familiar with Faerun in the Dungeons and Dragons realms, the Harpers are basically swashbuckling bards, right? They are bards that just get their noses into everything. And I love them. I think they're great. They're so fun. If you saw the recent Dungeons and Dragons movie, the main character was actually a bard and a harper. Just super funny. Like the best team in Faerun that I've met. And this is their inn, and they're harboring refugees from the cult, and they're protecting it from the shadow curse. But it is literally stuck in a bubble under this protective shell, and everything around it is just darkness. So it's a pretty wild time and place to be. So what we're gonna just do a little tour and show you why the Last Light Inn is the perfect poetry venue. And check this place out. Look at this place I scoped out for us, our ZenPirates. Look at this fire. Right? Look at that. Right? We can come here and sit and use the chairs. We can even put bottles of wine on it and drink them if we want to. There's a cat we can talk to if we want to, but we'll leave that for some other time. There's a little hustler over here selling stuff. Was that voice there? Right here is one of the harpers who's actually a bard, and we're not going to talk to them now, but they're there to play the instrument if required during our poetry evenings in the Last Light Inn. You know, we can take a seat here right at the fire, I think, even. How does that look? Yeah. Yep. And there's a bar with a drunk tiefling wizard, and tiefling children bartenders over here. For all this is for our use. Every time our ZenPirates has a poetry evening, this is at our disposal. This great venue. And like I said, it's completely carved out of time and space. Regardless of what happens, as long as Linseed, the half-orc druid, can keep on making it back here, so as long as the grid stays active and I'm alive, this place will be inviolable because of the special protection it enjoys. But now we're going to go just as an introduction to Harpers in the place. This is the leader of the Harpers. It's a funny conversation. She is a 300-year-old druid, and so we'll just let you get a little vibe.
Shadows haven't consumed you. Good. Then speak.
Oh, I will speak. I'll read the lines as we go. So, I've heard your name before. Where?
Some crusty bellwoman, I expect. They have been slaying gods or laying with them, depending on the bard.
I heard it was both.
You'll have to sing that one for me when all of this is done. In any case, it was a lifetime ago by now. And for all our victories, we remain on the back foot. We fight, we die, and we just hope that when our time comes, there is someone else to take our place.
Boy, that is just like the spirit of the Harpers right there. Pretty funny. Stirring words. Is that how you inspire your Harpers?
No need of that. Every Harper is a bard unto themselves, I'm afraid. Help me root out this cut, and make them spin stories about you for a change.
Cool. So that's Jaheira. She's the leader of the Harpers who maintain the Last Light Inn for us. And it's a good thing, too, as you'll see. The Harpers are armed bards, and they're patrolling. They're keeping us safe. And that's why we're going to have this whole venue, is because of the Harpers. I will just say hi to this person because they're interesting for the plot and a very spunky character.
I got to chat with Bigger Fish. Later.
Yeah, peace, Mal. Okay, and then so this was a funny occurrence that we definitely have to deal with for our poetry venue. So the first playthrough, I didn't notice this gentleman sitting over here. His name is Raphael, and he is a devil, if not the devil. It's kind of hard to tell in Faerun. Anyway, we met him earlier, and he he claimed that we would want to enter a deal with him, and Linseed, the half-orc druid, wasn't very convinced with that, and of course we didn't engage in one. But my first playthrough, I walked by and I didn't even notice this dude sitting here. And the second time around, I noticed him. I was like, oh, the devil's hanging out in the Last Light Inn, is he? Well, that's something we're going to have to take care of for our poetry venue. So right here, though, we can show you. We're going to deal with the devil in the Last Light Inn. Make sure that's taken care of before we start with the poetry evenings.
It's good to see you again. I'd ask if you've made any progress with your little problem. But the telltale twitching of your eye is answer enough.
You again. I'm sure your arrival is simply a coincidence.
My dear, nothing is coincidence. Mortals trifle themselves with free will, as if their betters have not molded every potential path ahead.
Remember that line?
No offense meant, of course. I'm sure everyone in Last Light thinks they could have changed things. They're not the only ones ripe for temptation, you know. My last contract here fed me for decades.
You were here before? Why?
Family troubles. Not my family, of course. I never surrender knowledge for free. But one good turn deserves another, does it not? To repay you for the soul sent my way, I offer a taste of the truth. Catholic Thorn, proud father, man of faith, utter fool. On the night the Harpers sealed him away, someone murdered his entire army in cold blood. Now who would possibly benefit from such a massacre? If you want to know more, I could work the exchange of such precious knowledge into the terms of your future deal. But the time for quibbling over clauses and contracts hasn't quite arrived. You'll be limping back to me soon enough. For now, I'm afraid you've already made me late for a meeting with another client. I'll see you soon.
Whoa, and look at that. The devil is in the details, isn't he? Anyway, so what Raphael did there is he offered me knowledge that would apparently help me take out the leader of the cult. You know what? I don't think I need it, and I don't know where that plotline goes because I haven't finished the game yet, but I know Linseed, the half-orc druid, is unlikely to be discussing clauses and contracts with the devil. And certainly, I can't see myself making a bargain with that fellow. I don't see what he really has to offer. But other than good story elements, of course. You know, it's funny, what I was doing right before I started this video was I went out for a dog walk and I came back and Calypso laid down next to me and we watched the first third of Oppenheimer, which I saw once the day it was released, and then I'm going to continue watching the rest of it a second time now. But there's that line from let's go look at the view out here, the Last Light Inn. See that kind of weird glow everywhere? We'll see what that is a little later. The line that everyone knows Einstein to have said about quantum mechanics is that God doesn't play dice, right? And then when Raphael, the devil there, was just talking about how mortals think whatever, but their betters have already mapped out all the paths or whatever, it kind of reminded me of that. But that's the thing about that quote is whenever you hear it said or you say it, you're like, God doesn't play dice, and that's Einstein's view on the fact that he didn't want to look into science that showed that at the base level of reality, causality doesn't exist, right? So he didn't want to, he said what his saying was God doesn't play dice. And this is the thing is I've always highly suspected, right, that not many people, when they hear God doesn't play dice, immediately go, but I know who does, right? Because I think that's a really interesting way to look at that quote. God doesn't play dice, but, I think you can imagine some venues where dice is a little more embraced as a methodology. But yeah, I don't know how many people look at that so much. If God doesn't play him, who does? But so here's the thing. This is the Last Light Inn, and we'll take another look out here at the top floor. These are all different places, and this is the funny thing, is if our ZenPirates users want to play Baldur's Gate 3, we can actually have a game where we come and we meet here right? We could do that. I mean, we'd have to be a team of like, you know, however many of us, like up to 4. We'd have to work through the game and come to the last light in. But at that point, we would have a group pocket dimension for our poetry venue. And this is the technology I'm kind of exploring now, you know. But so this is the venue. Look at a nice view out here. There's plenty to explore here over the weeks and weeks of poetry events that will take place here. There's a lot to look at, a lot to explore, and a bunch of surprises stashed away for us, right? Look at that. Look at that head on the wall. Jeez. But anyway, so there's a reason this place is safe from the shadow curse. And that reason is because there is a cleric of Saloon, and that's the moon goddess of the full moon, the moonlight, not the moon darkness. And so she's kind of a good goddess who protects and helps people, as opposed to the cleric in my party, Shadowheart's, moon goddess Shar is the one of darkness. But Saloon is like the goddess of the full moon, basically, rather than the new moon. And Isabel here is her cleric. And she is the one who's casting a shield using her moon skills, like the talents of her moon goddess, to protect the last light in from the impending shadow. And if it weren't for her, everyone here would be dead, right? And remember, a cleric is not like a priest or a priestess or whatever. This person isn't part of like the religious hierarchy. A cleric uses the talents of the deity just to help and heal people and aid and things like that. And so we're about to meet this person, and here's the thing that I set up here. In fact, I'm glad I just said that, because I almost messed up real bad. So this is so real that if we don't survive this, not only will we not be able to do the last light in and have it as our poetry venue, but everyone in the last light in will die, which would be pretty traumatic. And I don't think we should allow that to happen. So we're gonna engage in a conversation, and then afterward we have to face the hardest fight in the game up to this point, right? And I'm just trying to think of placements here, because this fight is so difficult, it could easily go south. So I'm placing my team where I want them standing when I go start this conversation. Okay, no, this is bad. This person is in the way. They need to be over here. Or over here, even better. All right. Good. Yeah, I know. That's why the monk is great. Okay, so that's how much really relies on this narrative we're about to experience together, because I'm, of course, experiencing this for the first time here, or this particular iteration. I know what's going to happen. Yeah, we went them all out of that way. But if we don't survive this conversation, the last light in our poetry venue will be wiped out. Yeah, so good luck to Lindsay, the half-orc druid and crew. And let's go meet Isabel, the cleric of Saloon. You'll see why it's such a good poetry venue, I think. Hey, she's making that shield.
I didn't realize I had an audience. The true soul who's going to save us all. I'm Isabel. Pleased to meet you.
And you, I've heard you're the protector of this inn, the banisher of shadows.
Myself and our lady are doing what we can to hold the line. I hear you and your tadpole will be our offense. Free from the absolute influence. Yet
able to walk among cultists. It's almost too good to be true. But I'd be a poor cleric indeed not to avail of a blessing when I see one. Let me guess. Jahira sent you to beg a protection spell of her favorite cleric.
Perfect.
It'll make you immune to the lesser effects of the Shadow Curse, which will get you closer to the towers. But there are places it won't help. Places where the curse is darker, stronger. The cultists are able to traverse even the deepest shadows, though. I don't know how. The Harpers are trying to figure it out.
Alright, now if you see the second option, I already acquired a moon lantern for us. And I'll tell you more about that later, but I kind of did that out of order to get a certain feature for the last light in. I did a lot of preparation, making sure we really had everything we wanted for a poetry venue. Anyway, I'm going to go with the druid conversation option. When it says that, like, druid in brackets, it means only your class gets these. So I'm just going to respond as a druid. You must know this curse well to offer this blessing. Can you tell me any more about its unnatural source?
No, I cannot. I simply impart the blessings the Moon Maiden provides me. While you're busy in the towers, I'll be sure to... Wait.
Uh-oh.
Do you hear that? Something's wrong.
Not good. Fucking cultists.
Hello, Isabel.
Marcus, is that you? What's happened to you?
I've been blessed. You can be too. Come with me, and you can hear all about it from Ketherick himself.
Oh my. Heard that tone before. I'll go with the druid option. He's not blessed, he is corrupt, unnatural.
Pathetic. The absolute sees all. You fool.
The absolute. Of course. You can't believe them, Marcus. Ketherick will never give you whatever it is you've been promised.
He already has.
Oh, hideous.
Time to go, Isabel.
Oh, jeez. Oh! Oh, jeez. He hit so hard. Okay. So, talk about a dramatic introduction to your poetry venue. If Isabel, the cleric, is reduced to 1 hit point, she gets kidnapped and we lose. And everyone in the inn dies. And she is very fragile. She's already down to about half, just from 2 hits. This is definitely the hardest fight in the game up to this point. If I lose, it's it. It's over. We don't have the last light in here. It's gone. Pretty intense. But yeah, a real dramatic introduction to our poetry venue. If we can defend it, we have a poetry venue, right? A pocket dimension poetry venue outside of space and time that is literally protected by a cleric of the moon, right? From which the devil has been banished, and most importantly, it has a nice common area with a charming fire, right? And it's protected by Harpers. Anyway, I think it's pretty clear we're on the Harpers team here as pirates and poets, rather than this motherfucker. So we're going to start our fight. And if we can keep her alive, we'll see what we can do. This is why the monk is fun. Super high damage. Oh, and missed. There's an effect where that's supposed to knock someone over. that would have helped a lot right there. I'm going to try a stun. Either way, that was a ton of damage, so that's good stuff. Look, they're invading the whole inn. Oh shit, oh shit, oh shit. Don't hit. Oh!
You dead, scar my mind.
Yeah, this is the first chance I got to heal, and she's already like 1/3 health. We don't have a choice. We gotta go for the big heal. Alright, that's pretty good. And we're so worried about this, we're actually going for another heal. This is a kind of fun thing you can do in the game. If you don't have any spell slots, on your action you can choose to throw something, and you can throw a healing potion at the character you want to heal. Oh no, that's not going to hit him too, is it? Okay, no. Okay, good. Perfect! So we didn't even get to fight that turn. But now we do. This is why you want a paladin on your team. Divine Smite. Not just Divine Smite, but you get it multiple times per turn. Oh, missed! That might have lost us this whole thing. That might have lost us this whole thing. Okay, but I can, as a paladin, I can now cast the shield on the cleric to boost her armor. This is so hard. I might not be able to do this. Look at this. Those things are all going to be hitting her at once on their next turn. Hopefully my other great druid line. Ooh, Panther Shapeshift. Oh! She turned those all. I didn't know she could do that. My cleric hasn't even gotten a turn yet. This is bullshit. Okay. Her health's actually pretty good. Boy. I'm gonna pop a big spell here. Hopefully I don't fuck anything up. This could fuck stuff up real bad though. I think I'll be okay. Alright. And now we're gonna go with a heal. 6 to 12 could get her to full. That's a good amount. Perfect. Okay, things are looking pretty decent at this point. Good, because they're not attacking. My team can take a beating, it doesn't matter. Uh-oh. We just lost the turn because my monk's paralyzed, though. At least the demon fellas only seem to get 1 hit per turn. That's not too bad. We can heal through that. What is their health at? Okay. Oh boy, that's not what I wanted to see. I gotta actually think about this. So we got this guy over here. And we got this guy over here. And okay, this is what we're doing. This might cost us the game or it might win us the game. Time for the owlbear. This guy's by far the biggest threat, and the owlbear is awesome. There we go.
Ready for battle.
Oh yeah, you're done, buddy. Oh, never fear. Oh, you've got to be kidding me. That hurt. Got him. Alright, this is why we like paladins. We're gonna put them right here to get in between those other imps and the cleric. I think we got it now. We'll see. This is not an easy game, and I'm on the hard difficulty. Kind of fun all the Harpers are fighting. Good job, Owlbear. Boy, that turning undead thing was actually pretty big. That stopped a lot of damage. Oh, I hope Jaheira doesn't get killed. Any of these Harpers in here can get killed, I think. Oh, healing herself. Smart. Very smart. I'm gonna fight back, people. Alright. Now I can just move over here. And those things that are flying around damage these cats. Oh no, got paralyzed right out of her turn. Who's full health here? Oh, we might be able to kill all these things. The monk is so tough. One. Oh, you can't reach? What do you mean you can't reach? Two. And then the monk does have a trick up their sleeve. Oh, only 10. I think we've saved the cleric, though. I think we've saved the last leg in. Because as long as, yeah, see, I'll just do a... Man, I get real frustrated at that. Perfect. And now we're gonna...
Maneuver.
Survival is all that matters.
Yeah, Owlbear's got you. Owlbear is a badass.
Breathe deep and move.
And so I can pop out of that bear form and still be a healer and spellcaster too. It's pretty wild. Good. We got like... Any of those can fly up into that room and attack the cleric still. Nice to see the Harpers doing their job though. Look at that. She's hiding in the corner, which is smart, because she knows if she dies, we all die. Still paralyzed. My God. Is there a way to knock her out of that? I don't know if there is. Well, we're gonna just let her deal with everything. We're gonna keep the monk right here, though. Get in the way of anything coming in. Alright. Once the cleric's unparalyzed, the monk can go out and help these other people, if they need it. That's what she's gonna do. Watch this. Boom. How cool is that? Yeah, we'll throw it on a divine smite for you.
You will break.
Oh my goodness, that is so frustrating. She has missed like 3 of those. There you go. That's why they're hard to do, is because they're one-hit kills. Oh my gosh, Marcus is only knocked out? What? What a...
Isabel, are you all right? I'm fine. Marcus has been with us since the start. They've been tracking us this whole time.
Traitors suck.
And that was no random attack. You were the target, Isabel. They know how important you are. But they don't know about you. Together equals strike again. We need you to strike first.
Oh, that's funny.
Discover the source of his invulnerability. Make him mortal so we can make him bleed. Good luck.
Yikes. That's when I'm in owlbear form,
More danger than I knew.
they show my other
If
characters.
something happens to me, everyone in this inn is dead. Like that.
True. See, that's funny. I'd usually be having this conversation as Lindsay, but now it's the cleric of Shar talking to the cleric of Saloon, the light and dark here. Why target you?
Pull the right brick, and the whole tower goes tumbling down. Seluna gave me the power to protect this place, but I can't keep it up forever. Such magic. It's draining.
I believe that.
Soon I'll be dry. Without me, Harper's flaming fist, everyone intent on stopping Ketherick is dead. But now that we have you, perhaps we have a chance. No mercy. For Ketherick will have none on you. End this.
All right. Boy, this is kind of gruesome now. See, I seriously don't know what to do with that guy being alive. He usually dies at the end of the fight, as far as I knew. So we're gonna save our game here, and this will be just the last light in, because this is the place. This is the save file for our poetry venue, which we won fair and square in combat. But I'm saving because I don't know about this guy being, I don't know what it's going to do. Like, no idea. And this game can do anything. Alright. But so this is kind of funny, and I'm hoping over time this will clean up, but it might not clean up this way. Because of how I'm doing this, the inn might stay covered in the corpses of these demon imp fellows or whatever those people were, and like kind of blood here and there, and there will be the trauma from the attack.
It's fine. Tahira won't even notice we're gone. Even if she did, it doesn't matter.
But see,
Mole needs us.
those kids, their fearless leader was kidnapped, and we're gonna have to deal with some of the trauma from the attack on our because there's no way for me to advance the narrative, you know. So this is where we're gonna be, just post the cultist attack that we rebuffed, and we reaffirmed this is a safe venue for poetry. Let's chat with Isabel real quick. What do you hey Isabel, do you know that guy's still alive and he's just sleeping on your floor?
I'm with you. Unless you want to come back to a gaggle of shadow-cursed harpers.
Uh-oh.
Go on, then.
See, that's all conversation we poets can rifle through in the future. Okay, so what do you do with this guy? Is he just gonna always be unconscious? Like, am I supposed to do away with him? Or is he gonna wake up and start running around? Is he gonna wake up and, like, kill her? You know? He still has his wings, right? Yeah, but we're just gonna leave him there for now. But yeah, so let's get our crew healed up there. There you have it, our ZenPirates. We have won our poetry venue. Not only have we won our poetry, but whoa, look at that moonlight coming down right there. Right there. We won it, and we enjoy the protection of the moon itself from all the shadow outside. You know, pretty cool. I really can't wait to start doing content in this place. Let's go down. I really like the common area with the fire. I've lived a lot of places and worked a lot of places that had common areas like that. And it's just it's like the best lifestyle that there is. You know, just like that with a fire and everything. So here we are. This is the last light in. This is our ZenPirates' poetry venue. And we'll get to explore this over time and hopefully hear a lot of good poetry in here. I'll have to scare those loud children out somehow. Yeah, but anyway, as a thank you to our ZenPirates for making this literary experiment possible, and I am really looking forward to some poetry evenings and readings and contests even in the Last Light Inn. I think we not only have a cool crew assembled, but the inn itself is populated by some really interesting people, and I don't think it's ever going to get boring in here. All right, that's Linseed the Half-Orc Druid, signing out.